Hi there. You might be wondering where I am. I'm hiding out basically. There's a whole lot of family in my household and I decided to just remove myself from that situation because I get really awkward when I talk when people are around and I was not down for that, hence the stable behind me. We don't have horses, unfortunately. We just have random stables which are now used as storage rooms, so I'm hiding here. And yes, I'm aware I'm putting this out for people to hear me, but there's a difference between after the fact and being heard during, and any mistakes I make or when I rephrase something or repeat something a couple times. I think I'd actually die if someone heard that. But anyway, I am kind of in a whirlwind mind state. For the last month and a half, I haven't been anywhere for more than a week or two. London to Russia, back in London for a day, then to South Africa for a week, then we went on a family trip to Botswana and Namibia for 2 weeks, and now I'm back in South Africa for a week before going back to London. Really weird. What is space? What is time? What is where you are in the world? It's so confusing. Anyway, so I have one more week in South Africa to the day that it's Saturday now. Next Saturday I'm leaving. I want to make the most of it. I decided before I even came back here that I was going to do a whole bunch of things that I never really got to do while I was in South Africa, and I feel like I kind of missed out. So I'm going to be doing these exciting things. I kind of spoke about it in, if I ever upload it, in something I recorded in Russia in an airport at like 3 in the morning, about when you're going back to a place where you've lived and you've just been on a gap year, like to make things more interesting, do things that you haven't done before, that are fun, that are cool, meet up with friends, like don't just slot back into routine. And I mean, it's only a week, so it's not like I'm exactly going to do that, but I still want to do some cool things that I never really appreciated about South Africa. I'm just simply going to my friend's house, Mary. You know her from basically most of my travel vlogs, I think. So I'm going to her house tonight. First time I've seen her since Russia, so I'm so excited. Staying over tomorrow, we're going on a hike with another friend called Ben. I have a whole bunch of plans going, secondhand book shopping, secondhand clothes shopping, like just things I never got to take advantage of while I was here. What's more exciting than watching some random white girl do things, right? Okay, I hope you enjoy this. Bye. And I really apologize for the quality. The humidity literally fogged up the camera, so sorry.
I packed my bag in 1 minute flat as my brother had distracted me until the last possible minute with his chattering. My mother and I then embarked on our journey to Mary's house, where I was safely deposited.
You did to my poor child. Bye.
We sat outside and caught up while being beaten up by our dogs until it got dark. We ended up watching Inception that night, which was a very big mindfuck, and I still have not recovered from it.
Good morning. It's 6 in the morning. Dying inside. We're going on an early hike with a friend. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. Kill me.
Ben, his cousin Scott, Mary and I drove up to the Midlands area, if that means anything to you, where Ben would be taking us on a hike up a very high mountain, dramatically named Lion Mountain. It was roughly 3 kilometers up, which doesn't sound bad at all. However, I didn't factor in the increase of altitude, coupled with my painful exercise-induced asthma, and the pump I had conveniently forgotten. Despite the faint wheezing / death rattle noises and intense dizziness experienced on my part, it was fun, and definitely worth it when we reached the top. It was so gorgeous.
This ground, as she leads back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean.
Descending was far easier, and I just reverted to my mountain goat ways. We then went to an incredibly picturesque waterfall just down the road, which I'm fairly sure was on private property, but didn't ask any questions. We swam and climbed it about for ages, and I felt like I was in some coming-of-age teen movie.
All my favorite cars.
By the time we dragged ourselves away from the water and trekked back to the car, we came to the realization we were really hungry. Ended up going to Piggly Wiggly, once again, if that means anything to you. Yes, I'm aware it's a strange name, but no one questions it. And purchased some overpriced but good food before wandering around some of the art displays and bookshops there. It was then time to go home, and although it had felt like 20 hours had passed, it was only 2 p.m. This is what comes of getting up early.
Good morning. My brother and I are going out to some vintage clothing shops, some secondhand bookshops, and then we're gonna go watch a movie. So exciting times lay ahead.
Looks like I've been crying again over the same
My brother Keegan and I perused several thrift and bookshops at the local SPCA and fawned over the peacock who seemed to think he was a dog before retreating to my natural abode, that is, complete darkness, to watch the second Jumanji film.
Good morning, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Dragging my brother to another vintage shop, which is actually like 2 doors down from here. And that it's gonna be such a weird haphazard day. I really want to film a video, which will probably, once again, never see the light of day. But I want to do like a kind of big sister advice video for going on a gap year. I don't know, what else do we have to do? I have to take down the Christmas tree. Terribly exciting, but it has to happen because otherwise it would just stay up all year. I mean, I don't see the problem in that. I'm not gonna be here anyway.
I went a little bit outside of my comfort zone and chose to try on a couple pieces I normally wouldn't try, and soon realized why I wouldn't normally try them.
The deed is done. We're back. I got stuff. I'm gonna now show you what I got.
I look like a 40-year-old dad on holiday in this shirt, and I don't hate it. This shirt was huge on me, but I think that counterized the sheerness factor, so it all balanced out. And I went for a sophisticated monochrome look here. Boy, did I get quite a few books. In my defense, I have a list of 40 books of note I really want to read, so I just brought myself one step closer to achieving that goal by purchasing 8 of them secondhand and at an affordable price. My copy of A Tale of Two Cities was inscribed with the year 1916, which I think is insane. I can't believe I have a book that's over 100 years old.
So I actually just changed into this sheer shirt. It's more of an excuse to just like almost be naked but not be because it's so hot.
I want you realize, man, the way I feel in me.
I'm the queen of 3 kingdoms. You can't take it away from me. You may take my crowns, but you can't take my dignity.
That left one comes up.
I'm gonna explode. You mean you're gonna explode? I'm gonna explode. Watch out. I'm gonna explode.
I just finished filming my gap year advice video in a tree. So yeah, all I did was the thrift shopping. I played chess with my dad and won both times. And then I filmed this video. I mean, I feel like I've been very productive, but to you, it looks like I've done nothing. So today is kind of a family day. My grandpa's coming over for pancakes just now, and then we're literally just gonna chill as a family, maybe play some games, get competitive as we normally do. Yeah, it's probably the last time we're gonna be able to do that. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I'm going to see some more friends. I was barred from doing anything this day, which is good because I get to specifically spend time with everyone. My mom's also been working a lot, so spend time with your families, kids. Good morning. So today's really my last free day because tomorrow I'm helping my brother move into his room at boarding school. I'm going right back up to where Mary lives again because I never got to see these people when I went down last time. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do mini golf. So hi there. I feel like it's 10,000 years later. This has been the longest day ever. Unfortunately, I didn't record much because I was like really living in the moment and trying to make the best of seeing my friends because we're only like together for like 3 or 4 hours. We played mini golf. Yes, I tied third. I'm very proud of that achievement. And I think this is the only clip I have of today. But yeah, we played mini golf and we went for lunch and we went to this really nice Belgian chocolate place as well, and I got dark chocolate truffles. So good. Oh my god. I mean, I gave most of them to my mom because I felt I had to give her something for taking me all the way up there again. It was just such a good day, and I mean, I haven't seen my friends in like almost a year, so it was really good to catch up. My nose is so itchy as well. I swear my nose is just constantly itchy these days. Apparently it means you're gonna fight. Am I just constantly on the verge of fighting with everyone around me? So tomorrow's my last night in South Africa. That's terrifying. It's been so good. I've loved it. I've loved everything I've done since I've been home, and I'm honestly kind of sad. Like, I know I don't belong here, not to sound, you know, angsty, but I'm really sad I'm gonna be leaving. Like, just visiting all my friends again and hanging out with my family and stuff reminded me how much I'm gonna miss that, and reminded me how much I had here, so it's gonna be a bit more difficult, I think, leaving this time. The time is coming. I actually need to check in now, and I need to make sure I'm getting vegan food because otherwise it would be very awkward and I'd be very hungry on top of being absolutely exhausted because I cannot sleep on planes. Good night. I'm not gonna sleep for a very long time. I can feel like adrenaline pumping through my veins, so bye. I'm alive somehow. Remember when I said I couldn't sleep? I really could not sleep. I think I went to bed at like 3 in the morning. I did something very shameful, okay? But just understand, I was in a very emotionally and mentally drained state, and I just needed to watch pure garbage on Netflix, and I broke a promise I'd made to myself. There's this movie that's been recommended to me for the last like couple months, really. Dare I even say the name? It's called Falling in Love. To spare my dignity, I swore to myself I would never watch such a thing. I was just in such a vulnerable, exhausted state last night, but I still couldn't sleep, and I did it, and I don't regret it. It wasn't as awful as I thought it would be. It was bearable. I enjoyed the New Zealand accent. That always makes things more entertaining. Was it cliched and cheesy? Yes. Did it have some good points though? Yes. This may just be like my sleep-deprived haze talking, but in the moment, I really didn't think it was as awful. I mean, obviously there was a couple things I had to roll my eyes at. It was impossible not to, but don't judge me, but I don't think it was the worst thing I've ever seen. Today though, I have to help my brother pack, and then we have to help him basically move into boarding school. I feel like he's moving into his first apartment. He has so many appliances. He has like a microwave, an oven, a kettle. He's set. He's basically running away from home. It's gonna be a full day affair. I'm really tired. We are packed. We are ready to go. My hair looks so gross. I don't care. I also feel like I look like this shirt is giving me such 11 vibes from Stranger Things. Like all I'm missing is suspenders, and I probably just shaved my head, but that seems like a lot of dedication for a one-day outfit. I can see how much you've zoomed in. Why is everyone's first instinct to zoom as much as they possibly can? Are you excited about school?
Totes.
That's not an answer, Keegan. That's just a cringeworthy statement.
No, it's the way that I hide my emotions.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you.
So my brother had so much stuff that we needed to use our trailer. Just to give you an idea of how much we had to carry up the 2 flights of stairs to his room. He goes to an agricultural high school on a farm, so the rooms are all quite basic. But as no one really cares about the maintenance of the rooms, it meant my dad could wreak havoc with his electric drill. In half an hour, he had put up a pull-up bar, some shelves, and a fan.
2 worlds collided.
My dad and I fetched nourishment to sustain the family's energy and spirits before getting back to work.
Tear us apart.
As most of the initial work was actually carrying heavy objects, I was not very helpful until it came to the actual unpacking of items. I finally felt useful when I was put in charge of all clothing and bedding. The time had come, we were abandoning my brother in the middle of nowhere. This is his last year of school, so it was the last time I would come to see him off.
As I'm sure you can tell, it's the end of the day. Judging by the lack of light, the sun has decided to abandon us. Today's been such a long day as well. Got my brother settled though. His room is so sick. He has so much more than I did when I was in my final year of school. I'm really happy that I was here because I intentionally extended my stay a little bit so I'd be able to help him with that. I'm actually quite sad I'm not staying longer because there's still so much I want to do and it feels very rushed. I'm only really in South Africa a week now and I'm leaving again. Like, I'm looking forward to getting back, getting settled. I'm getting my own apartment share soon. I don't know if I said this before already, but I am getting my own apartment share, central London. So excited, in about like 6 weeks-ish. But I think once I move into that, I'll be able to finally get like stable again, have my own space, be independent. Like, I'm really looking forward to that a lot. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about what I did in South Africa. I did a lot that I don't normally do. Normally I just am an absolute bum and don't do anything, to be honest, because I never think there's anything to do. I feel like I got a lot done in a very short period of time. I'm really sad to be leaving, but yeah, excited for the future. Scary, I don't have a return ticket booked, so I don't know when I'm next coming home. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And have a great life.
I don't mean to show that I know how this goes before we